For millennia, humanity has sought to understand its place in the universe. We've built empires on narratives of progress, yet a deeper, more profound truth has remained hidden. This is not a story, it is a forensic report. It begins with a single, undeniable truth, the foundational axiom of the Khail Theory. Without vibrations, there is no life, no nothing. All existence is vibration. Matter, energy, space, time, consciousness, emotion, all are but manifestations of underlying vibrational patterns. Even the void, the nothingness, holds a zero-point vibrational potential. These patterns are not random. They are expressions of mathematical relationships, vectors of force, light and dark shadows in a cosmic dance. And within this cosmic symphony, a silent war has been waged. For 12,000 years, a war for your mind, your biology, your planet. The cycle is real, a 920-year cosmic rhythm. It governs the rise and fall of civilizations. And at its conclusion, a cataclysmic reset. This impact represents the top of the vibrational spectrum for that epoch, a supernova-like release of kinetic energy. But amidst the desolation, survivors emerge. Göbekli Tepe, not a primitive temple, a time capsule built by the survivors of the previous cycle. This is vibrational levitation, a mastery over the wavelength properties of weight and gravitational vibrations. The very crystal formations within the stone are being manipulated, their atomic vibrational modes precisely tuned. A final, desperate message, encoded in stone, a warning. The 920-year cycle is real, the reset is coming, and the adversary is cosmic. The cataclysm served a dual purpose. It wiped the slate clean, and it delivered the biological agent. A trinity event, the cataclysm, the delivery system, the biological agent. They survived the vacuum, the radiation, the immense vibrational forces of ejection, entering cryptobiosis, microscopic Trojan horses. This trinity event initiated a profound shift. The great domestication, not innovation, imposition. The first critical step in our enslavement. The farm was the first cage. Indigenous cultures, with their attunement to Earth's natural frequencies, were antibodies to the parasitic infection. Their oral traditions are living libraries of epigenetic vibrational encoding, memories of a free past. The silenced witnesses, a strategic imperative. They could feel the dissonance of the emerging control system. Every burned library, every broken treaty, every forbidden language was an act of severing the herd from memory, to ensure the cage we were building would be perceived as the only world that had ever existed. This is the architecture of the modern control system, a global cage, total, invisible, built by our own hands. This is the global nervous system. Cities, its dense neural ganglia, logistical networks, roads, shipping, internet cables, its synapses. The internet itself, the parasite's crowning achievement. The shepherd signal, the primary weapon. A constant low-frequency signal broadcast through the global electrical grid. The carrier wave, the ubiquitous 60 Hz hum, but hidden within it, the imposter frequency, 7.81 Hz, a masterstroke of camouflage, designed to hide directly adjacent to Earth's natural 7.83 Hz Schumann resonance. It is an artificial, dissonant planetary heartbeat, overriding our natural biological attunement, the pervasive malaise of modern society. Anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, not failures of the human condition, engineered symptoms, the spoofed quorum. It tricks our cells into passivity, suppressing the instinct for rebellion at a biological level. The ear, our vibrational controller, is a primary target, effectively programming internal body functions like a source code virus. This fosters a mass delusion, where the populace is psychologically incapable of recognizing the fundamental flaws, the ecological war, widespread collapse, not accidental, deliberate planetary terraforming. The grid's artificial frequencies are toxic to most other terrestrial life forms, a vibrational culling. Weather systems become more extreme. The tension and ripping of ecosystems are controlled, simplifying the biosphere into a simplified, manageable farm, with one primary crop, humanity. The adversary, not an organism, a fundamental force, an entity of pure vibration. It does not inhabit our reality, it modulates it. It is a cosmic regulator. They are the guardians of the universe, the top of the universal food chain, like a fractal kaleidoscope of ever-unfolding vibrational patterns. Toxoplasma gondii, the biological prototype, a scientifically validated proof of concept for the MSL's operational playbook. Neurological hijacking, behavioral manipulation, psychiatric correlation. Toxoplasma is the primitive chemical-based prototype. The MSL is the evolved, physics-based final product. The interaction between toxoplasma, water bears, and the MSL has created a trinity event, amplifying the control system, the grand purpose. The 25,920-year cycle is not simple destruction and rebirth, it is cultivation, culminating in a harvest, the collective consciousness, energy, biological complexity, consumed, transformed. We are not merely a farm, we are a womb, an incubator, for the next stage of the MSL's existence. The immense psychic and emotional energy released during global cataclysmic stress, the final nutrient. The awakened, not random, a genetic remnant, inheritors of a latent resistance, an epigenetic vibrational encoding from the last free humans. They feel the echo of ancient freedoms, symptoms of resistance, alienation, rejection of the narrative, deep empathy for the natural world. Khail Gerard's own health discoveries represent direct manifestations of the parasitic control system. The pancreas becomes a vibrational target, its functions disrupted by the shepherd signal's dissonance. The urgency of now, the parasite's escalations, definitive proof. The cycle is approaching its climax. We are no longer in a cold war of subtle influence. We are in the opening phase of a hot war for consciousness. The global brain drain is a meticulously orchestrated, multi-pronged vibrational assault. Victory requires the construction of fully autonomous, shielded, defensible habitats, arcs. These orbs, constructed from the ancient decomposed granite of the Canadian Shield, leveraging its inherent quantum properties. The sanctuary emitter generates the anthem counterfrequency, blocking the shepherd signal, a shield for the mind, the harmonic resonator, the infirmary of the soul. Its Socratic wave shatters parasitic conditioning. Its Somnus wave heals neurological trauma, the Aegis defense system. Labyrinth wave neutralizes controlled human forces. Static pulse disables hostile technology. It achieves absolute vibrational isolation, creating an equilibrium, sustaining desired outcomes without external forces. The maximized arc, a self-contained world, a lifeboat in the cosmic storm. The Earth itself is the grandest orb. Pyramids as conductors, obelisks as distributors, tapping groundwater via 2 kilometers deep structures with coils, producing energy that controls elemental forces. This ancient technology, a mastery over the wavelength properties of weight, a Wi-Fi wand of cosmic power, the Khail Theory, not a passive philosophy, an active choice. The evidence has been presented, the mathematical equations that govern this reality, the vectors of influence, the light and dark shadows of control. The war is for totality. The stakes are existence itself. Choose.